Okay. Right. Let me real quick. Oh, I need to get the stream link. Stream. Okay. There we go. Give me a little moment to go to. I'm just. There we go. It's streaming. Post going. Please work. There we go. Okay, perfect. Do. Am I the right? Oh, it's the wrong server. Damn it. Okay. There's the link. Okay, perfect. I feel like things should be working smoothly. Just gonna make sure everything's working well. I believe we are live. And whenever we switch at the camera view. Ha-cha. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. I'm just gonna refresh my feed to make sure it's telling me the truth. Because YouTube is a bitch sometimes. Anyway. Okay, I believe we're live. Hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. We're gonna be continuing on the Fontaine Act 1 Archon quest. Real quick. What is this? Things I don't know about. Cool. So yes, we'll be continuing on our Fontaine Archon quest. Hello, Ice Knight. How are you doing, my friend? How are we? I hope you're well. I probably should activate the quest, huh? That might help. I don't know if I'll get the rest of Act 1 finished today. I don't know how. I think from what you guys said yesterday, I'm a little less than halfway through. So it's possible. Depends on how much I blabber. So you know, we can find out. Also, we have the little My Little Pony things. They're quite cute. Hui! I just murdered that bird. What, you gonna arrest me, Fontaine, because I murdered a bird? I'm such a felon. I have. Oh, there's another one. There's a little pinky one named Bluffine. Oh, she's cute. He, she, it. It is cute. I don't know. Is that a dog? That dog's wearing a hat. That poor dog. I don't even know. Anyway. Hello. Anyway, let's go in. Can I enter? There we go. Entering. Enter. So yes. We're gonna continuing on. Wait, we're attending a magic show, weren't we?
Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Well, yeah, because you sent your sister after us, duh.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I've never actually attended a magic show, so this will be interesting.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived.
I've attended, like, you know how people do, like, illusions and stuff? They do, like, illusion tricks. I've seen that kind of stuff before.
But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment. I'll fetch the tickets.
Wait, don't we have to pay for the tickets because we're attending your magic show? You need to make money off of this somehow. Also, guys, let me know if the volume's okay. If the volume's good, if the volume's bad. Let me know, and I can adjust accordingly.
The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
They better be some bloody good seats then.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Lenny.
Ooh, okay.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Also, is it just me? Wasn't the tear on his face like red before and now it's like brown? I'm just saying. There's a problem here.
Hey, Lenny, could you come over here and take a look at this?
Cowell? We've got Simon Cowell in this game?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
We've got Simon Cowell in this game. This is weird. Sure.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Lenny.
Yeah! Let's go! Where am I going? Oh, I'm not on the upper floor. I feel like being on an upper floor in a magic show would be like the better seats, but maybe that's just me. Hey, what are we doing here? Can I look around first? Oh, look at that. I don't know why I'm doing. I'm just. Alright, I'll stop messing around. What is that thing? Are those like scales? With like teardrops on them? Question mark? Man, this is a really nice courtroom. Or like, not courtroom, I guess. What do you call it? Opera room? What do they call it? The Opera Epiclears, didn't they? It's a nice opera room. Very pretty. Oh, and they have large, spacious seats. This is my seat now. That's a big stage. Can I go on the stage? I want to go on the stage. Let me go on the stage. This is my show now. Oh my god, I love this. Look at this big stage. Sorry, okay. I was getting carried away there.
Oh,
I mean,
these should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down.
You don't sit down, Paimon. You never sit anywhere. I've never seen you touch the ground. Oh, that's Nervalette next to us, isn't it? Yeah. Why are we giving Nervalette the side eye?
Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still. It's kinda awkward if we don't say anything.
Yeah, Paimon, isn't this usually your job? See, if this were me, chat, if this were me in this situation, I would not be saying shit because I don't strike conversations with random new people I meet. I would just be like, no, I will sit here quietly, doing my own thing. I do not care. Yeah, isn't that usually your job, Paimon?
You little... Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry.
Yo, look at his eyes! Okay, I'm not gonna lie here, chat. I think Nervalette might actually have the prettiest eyes in this game. Like, wow, those are some highly detailed eyes. I love that. Like, I really liked, Al-Haytham's eyes, but his eyes are even prettier than Al-Haytham's. There's some really detailed eyes. I love those.
I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Who voices Nervalette? I need to know. Ice Knight, if you're in chat, find out. Who is the voice actor for Nervalette? I love this voice.
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have keeping her voice down.
Paimon, your voice echoes. Everybody can hear your. Excuse me, I'm choking on. I'm allergic to Paimon apparently.
Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So.
This is getting awkward, Paimon.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early.
A friend, you say?
Sorry, I didn't mean to
If
skip
Mr.
that.
Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
I love his eyes look. I can't get over his eyes, chat. Like his eyes look so hyper detailed. I love it. I cannot wait to try and pull for this man. I cannot wait. I will be pulling for you as soon as I can.
Oh, so you're
As soon as the banner drops.
Winnie, then. Oh, this is getting more. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
I didn't mean to skip
We
that.
just
My bad.
arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat.
And he just looks like a beautiful character. He has like eyeliner, and I'm gonna be geeking out over his eyes. His eyes are incredibly beautiful. Sorry, Al-Haytham, but you may top looks, but his eyes, he has the most beautiful eyes in Tevat so far.
And as required by proper
He's even
etiquette,
more. His
I will
eyes.
also introduce myself. I am.
His eyes are even more beautiful than Farina's eyes. I love Farina's eyes, but look at them, they're so pretty!
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my
Nervillet.
show.
Monsieur Nouvelette. There's so many ways I've heard of this name's pronunciation already, and I bet none of them are the same.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Oh.
Wait, Nervillet? Could he be?
See, both of them just said the same name, but in completely different ways. Ray Chase is the voice of Nouvelette. Okay, cool. Ray Chase, that voice sounds familiar. Hold on. Ray... Oh god, Ray... Have I heard that voice in something? I feel like I probably have. Ray... No, stop getting cap stuck. Dang it. You gotta love it one. Ray Chase. What is he voiced in? Do I recognize any of these things that I'm probably not cultured in? He voiced in Pokemon Journeys, apparently. Professor Cerise. Don't know who that is. I don't really watch the new Pokemon things, but apparently he voices in that. One Piece. Naruto Next Generations. He's voiced in quite a lot, actually. There's a lot of things here. Most of which I don't recognize. But anyway, it's pretty cool. Just saying, it's pretty cool. Anyway, what am I missing in chat? Nouvelette is my favourite character just because his design is so pretty. I know! Hello, welcome Shadow Voltaris. Welcome to the stream. We're currently doing continuing our Fontaine Archon quest. I was literally just talking about how pretty Nouvelette's eyes are, because I remember throughout the whole of Sumeru, I could not stop talking about Al-Haytham's eyes. Al-Haytham's eyes look so pretty, but the fact that I've just seen Nouvelette's eyes are probably my favorite character eyes in this game. He is so unbelievable, has such unbelievably pretty eyes. But yeah, hi, welcome.
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is.
Nope.
Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
I thought that was your Archon, but okay.
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
Also, does this like I don't know what you'd call it, like I guess like a little drape of his clothing, is that glowing? That looks so, he looks so elegant. Also, can someone else explain this to me? Why does he have like a ponytail, but like it's, the ponytail is so low on his hair? Like, I'm down. Like, I understand a lot of male characters in this game have long hair, but what is the point of having a low ponytail like this? Doesn't it kind of defeat the purpose of having a ponytail? Just saying.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really.
And his boots are so ridiculously high on his legs.
And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to.
Oh.
There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now.
Oh. Why do I get the feeling that he doesn't like her?
I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression.
Well, she kind of failed, considering though how when we first met, she tried to put us up to she tried to put us in prison because Paimon apparently she wanted to arrest Paimon basically, and I would be fine with that.
Notice of her sooner rather than later, otherwise she may become flustered.
Oh, I want to keep ignoring her then. Can we keep ignoring her? I want to see if we're gonna get flustered. Like, yeah, look at Frida's eyes. Frida's eyes are very pretty, and I like how they've got that, like, kind of, like, heterochromia style to them. But then you look at Nouvelette's eyes, and his eyes are so unbelievably detailed. I'm gonna be, just FYI, I feel like for the majority of Fontaine, you've heard me in Sumeru mostly geeking out about our Haytham's eyes, whereas Fontaine, I feel like out of every region, I'm gonna find one character to geek out about their eyes.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
I remember Nouvelette saying that Melusines do his hair for him. I think ponytail is low because they're so short. Could be wrong though. Okay. Melusines. Oh yeah, the Melusines, I remember people saying the last stream, the Melusines are the little My Little Pony looking characters. Makes sense because they're so short. They're so freaking cute!
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
The way he was just like, oh yes, yeah, sure. The god of our region is there. By the way, just ignore her. It's fine. I get the feeling that he doesn't like her.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
Apparently.
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Cool.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before!
Eee! Yippee! The crowd get into the venue and the curtains open, and yeah, things happen.
Ooh! They're dimming the lights! The show must be starting!
Paimon, shh!
Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny.
Where did you enter from? There was no possible... You know what, I'll just...
And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
She looks like she'd rather be anywhere else but here, if I'm being perfectly honest. Also, her ears are cute. I love her little cat ears.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
What's with the weird mask?
Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Damn. Okay. I mean, fair, I guess.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough.
And funnily enough, someone in the audience is their wallet goes missing.
Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
True. What are we doing? What are we doing now? We're playing Doctor Who? We being visited by the weeping angels? Because yes, your life can end in the blink of an eye.
A magician's greatest
Ooh!
skill
I'm gonna
is
eat my
making
food while I
things
watch
disappear
cutscenes.
or appear. The possibilities are endless.
I like how the ambience change of his voice when we enter a cutscene. If Lynette falls out of that hat, I'm gonna laugh. Oh, there we go. There's a bird.
But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky.
It's a bird.
Using this water
It's-
tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes.
Oh, Chlorine was in there in the background. You see her?
It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully.
She's never actually in there in the first
Go
place.
on. Even
It's all an illusion, chat.
An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
She was never in there in the beginning.
Lynette, are you still there?
I'm gonna be
Don't go too
ruining
far.
everyone's hopes and
We don't
dreams of
wanna use
magic.
up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
See, what would have been clever there is if she like had like an outfit was wearing like a different outfit under her normal clothes, because that just proves that she wasn't actually in there to begin with. Although I do love her outfit, I can't deny.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Hyman didn't seem to. Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking.
True.
To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
True. I can't get over his eyes. His is so pretty. That was a good cutscene though.
Hyman couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared.
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun.
It's a huge
I've
stage.
prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond
Oh,
what
what?
you've just
Is that
seen.
one of his aisles? His aisle animations?
I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member.
Ooh.
Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes, and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience.
Okay. What is with the creepy maskers? Maskers? That's not even a word. What's with the creepy masks? I don't understand.
I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap.
Right.
Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box.
So in other words, I feel like I know how this trick works.
Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
So I feel like with this trick, I feel like I'm just ruining everyone's hopes and dreams of watching this. But I feel like with this, it would be like a box inside a box. To make it look like there's only 2 boxes, but actually there's like 4 of them. And then it would go down like an elevator. They would run to the opposite ends, and then the boxes would lift up like an elevator, and then be like, bam, boom.
Wow, how's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have...
Watch and
The
see.
lucky audience member will be generated by this random
Paimon.
number selector. It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate.
Mm-hmm.
Now then, let's begin.
Looks like number 17?
Oh, let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute.
Doesn't...
Please, come
Okay.
forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible.
Doesn't that girl kind of remind you of the thief from before? Just saying. Like, wasn't she like a blondie with small pigtails?
You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress of who to what now?
Oh, okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown?
I'm not gonna lie, for a moment I thought he said the Fortress of Millipede. And I was like, it sounds disgusting. I don't want there to be any insects inside a fortress.
Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh, Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together.
No.
Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
No. Can we just get on with it?
60, 59, 58.
Also, another question. Why are there I mean, I know there's just reskins of audio of like NPCs, but there are so many repeats of these skins.
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
54, 53, 52? Huh? Why aren't you counting, Nervalet?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Oh, alright. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable.
40, 39, 38! Mr. Linney, are you all right in there?
Garrett.
Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, mid-air right above the audience.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
That was a bang.
What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
25, 24!
I'm probably gonna be putting this on. Sorry, I was just. I was putting my food to try better.
What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
19, 18, 17!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
Okay. Another cutscene.
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait. Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again. 7! Hey, slow down! Honestly.
5, 4, 3,
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0.
It's a really cool cutscene. Hey! But it's all diversion. Where's the girl? Do you think this is gonna be? Where's the girl? What's a fireworks as well? Oh! Damn, well she just got squashed by a fish tank.
What happened?
Someone died! Well, she's fucking dead. But that was a mask on the that was a mask on the ground. Was that not?
Is this part of the show?
That looked like the assistant because it was the mask on the floor. No, they're fucking dead, woman.
Mr. Linney, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
No, woman. Somebody just got crushed by a fish tank. They're fucking dead.
What happened?
Wait, he doesn't know what happened.
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
So that's at least 2 people which are dead. Which would be the girl and the assistant.
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards secure the scene.
That's not
and
how you
detain
spell
all the
guards.
performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Man, I love Neverlet's voice.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
Damn, so Novelet was on top of that shit. As soon as something obviously very not planned happened, he was on top of that shit. He was like, guards, medical stuff, you know. But Hida was like, you know, reacting in the shock of the moment, and then was like, wait, shit, whoa, I'm a god, I've got to be composed. Well, someone call the guards, someone call the medics, someone call the people who do the autopsies, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've watched that, so I got surprised. Also, hi Chris, welcome to the stream.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
Okie dokie. You do your thing. Also, like, you like his blue bits of hair that dangle from the back.
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe.
Yeah, because we saw the mask, like, floating out in the water, so...
Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage.
Damn.
As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience.
Okay.
And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found.
It's related to that disappearance thing that Charlotte mentioned that I don't really remember what she was talking about, kind of, but kind of do. Right? Because why would some random character pop up and mention that earlier on in this quest? I don't know.
It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance. And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
You mean... Okay. You haven't... Has there even been a thorough investigation yet?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
Yep. And to pull it off like this in front of the audience and including the Archon and Chief Justice.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly?
Sorry, 1 second, chat. There we go, continuing on.
I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linny, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Whoa. Now, hold on a second there, woman. There's kind of a crucial problem with this accusation you're throwing out there. Now, chat, look at Linny. Linny can't be any older than, like, what, 16, 17? Maybe a little bit older than that? But Charlotte did say that these cases have happened for at least 20 years. So, age-wise, it physically can't be Linny. I mean, unless they're just referring to this one disappearance that she's accusing him for, but she said the serial disappearances case, which have happened over a 20-year time span, according to what Charlotte was saying. So, age-wise, chronologically, it doesn't add up. Linny would have had to be -3 when the first disappearance happened.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not?
I mean, okay, she's kind of got a point, but also, you have no grounds on this. I feel like you need to have an investigation onto Linny before you can blindly accuse him. I'm just saying.
Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
I feel like you're making the shit up as you go along, woman.
That can't be right. How can Linny do this?
Are we all this stupid? Guys, come on, are we all this dumb? Look at Lenny, does he look old enough? If we're, I mean, I suppose the disappearance thing could be, like the serial disappearances, could be the work of a copycat. But at the same time, if we are going to go under the guise of, or under the belief for a moment that it is just one person responsible, then chronologically that person would have to be at least 35, right? Or around, or at least in their mid to late 30s, I reckon. Chronologically. They'd have to be at least over 30 years old, I reckon.
He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice.
I don't know, that's just my take on things. I feel like whoever the actual culprit is has to be at least older than 35 years old. Which would make them probably, if you date back, it would make them at least 15 by the time the first disappearance happened. Maybe, and then maybe they'd be a bit older than that. I don't know. Chronologically, that's the bare minimum. Okay? Lenny is clearly younger than 35 years old. I'm just saying.
Besides, before the show,
You can tell how serious I'm getting in this. You can tell how... You can tell how serious I'm gonna get with this if this is just gonna be about, like, case after case after case, because I get in the mind of trying to work this out. I love anything that involves, like, detective shit. He's a suspect at most. It's hard to believe this happened during the show.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
Damn!
I just think that he... Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
Damn, so you were so filled with conviction and confidence just 5 seconds ago, and now as soon as he calls you out for something, you're like, well, I don't actually want to press charges. Well, we can't trust him just because he got you out of going into trial. Well, no, I'm not. Look, okay. Chat. Ice Knight, chat. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that Linny is necessarily innocent in this. I'm just saying if he is the sole perpetrator behind the serial disappearances case, the serial disappearances case happened over a 20-year time span. Linny himself, I know ages aren't confirmed in Genshin, but Linny himself doesn't look any older than about 17. Maybe 18 maximum. He looks around the age of 17, 18. So, chronologically, if the first serial disappearance happened over 20 years ago, according to what Charlotte said, chronologically, it is physically not possible for someone like Linny to be the sole perpetrator because he isn't old enough. He would have had to be, like, -3. Yeah, -3 years old when the first disappearance happened. Right? Does that logic not compute? I'm not saying he's innocent. He could be complicit. I'm not denying that factor. I'm just saying logically, in terms of the time frame alone, Farina's charges don't hold water. No pun intended. I'm just saying. I've deduced all this just based on the age range of Linny.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver.
It doesn't make sense! As everybody in this game fucking dense!
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the...
How was my day? Oh, my day was pretty good, Chris. Thanks for asking.
Said it all.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing.
Man, she really just loves sucking up to the audience, doesn't she?
That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Lenny, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
True, he is the one who helped us the first time we met. However, that's because your charges were a load of bullshit. Kind of like how they are now, but under a less severe circumstance. I trust Lenny, apparently.
There's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met.
Yeah, duel. Sure.
But with Lenny's help, our little duel ended in a draw.
A draw,
Draws
sure.
really are the most boring possible outcome.
I mean, I'm not denying that.
So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
Why does she want to, like, fight us so badly? And not just, like, a physical fight. I mean, like, why does she want a confrontation so fucking badly? What is wrong with this woman?
She obviously lost last time.
Paimon, just let it go. It's fine.
I understand.
We'll bring up Lenny's age in court and it'll be
Charges have now
fine.
been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside, I would like to ask you,
Even Nouvellette called her dramatic.
are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case?
With what law degree? I have no education in terms of the law of Fontaine, let alone even a law degree in general terms. Fucking excuse me? And you think I can defend this man? I wish there was an option to say no, just for, even if it was just like a, you know, even if it was just like, it made you defend him anyway, but, yeah.
Very well.
Suppose I will.
The trial will be held a day from now in the opera.
A day?
Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the
I don't
truth.
think this is how court works. Is my voice is peaking too much, I apologize. I can always adjust my mic, just let me know. I am yelling a lot, I apologize.
Linney and his troop are all potential suspects and shall remain within the opera house.
Okay.
The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
The guards.
A day isn't that long.
Yeah, you don't say,
Let's see
Farina.
what kind of case this big shot outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
I hate her. I hate her guts now. Why would you compare me to this woman, Ice Knight? I hate this woman. She is such a bitch. A stupid bitch who doesn't understand that a 17-year-old can't commit a crime that was committed 20 years ago. Or that was a series of crimes that was started 20 years ago, rather.
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Kind of. We did just see someone get killed by a fish tank.
Of course. Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor Cal.
We lost Simon Cowell, guys. He's dead.
I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
No. Well, okay. If we're just talking about this one case, which I feel like is what's going to be going on here. If we're just referring to this one disappearance whatsoever, it might be unrelated to the serial disappearances, and they've just tied that name onto it, being like, well, it's another girl who's disappeared, might as well call it the serial disappearances case. So, based on that, if we take away the whole serial disappearances thing and just base it off of this disappearance, it doesn't rule out Lenny being guilty. So he could still be guilty of this disappearance, but not the culprit of the serial disappearances, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna say it's hard to say.
I understand. Even I'm not sure what happened, so I can only imagine how difficult it is for you to
It's
grasp
smart
the
to not,
situation.
like... I don't want to, like, just blindly place faith in anything. I want to look at the facts, look at this logically, so I'm not gonna, like, blindly trust Lenny, even though it doesn't sound very likely. If they're so insistent that it is tied with all the disappearances, but based on this one case that we currently judging right now, he is a suspect, and it does work in the terms of the time frame for this one disappearance that he could be guilty. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully all that makes sense. I know I'm rambling a lot, I apologize. I looked in his eyes, he is guilty. God damn it. Looking down shows guilt. To be fair, you aren't wrong. Anyway, hello, Lamalam. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, guys. Appreciate it.
I'm
Anyway.
sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point.
Well, yeah, duh.
But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion.
Okay, keep
I don't know
talking.
whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not, and I don't know why poor Cal was in the box.
Okay.
As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
And what's even more strange is the girl disappeared during a magic show, which I feel like is like it's in a courthouse, or like a opera epiclese, I guess they call it. Yeah. Okay, chat. You'll understand for an attitude near the end of Fontaine, probably, but just a heads up again, chat, please no spoilers, even if they're not direct spoilers, don't, like, allude to stuff. Don't backseat, don't allude to stuff, don't spoil, like, the general proximity of stuff, don't, like, drop subtle hints of stuff, because that kind of just ruins my experience of playing it. So if you're just gonna say stuff like, well, if you're going to say stuff like, well, you'll understand what this person says at the end of this, I'm like, well, yeah, duh, it's a story, but, like, don't heavily imply stuff without directly implying it, if that makes sense, because that still technically counts as a spoiler. So please, to just anyone in chat, and everyone in chat, if I see spoilers, I will just immediately, you're out of here, kick your ass out. Just, yeah, please avoid spoilers at all costs, and please avoid backseating. That's all I ask for, in the bare minimum. You can say whatever you want aside from that. You can talk shit to me. You can talk shit about... don't talk shit about each other. At the very least, don't talk shit to each other. But you can tell me I'm a bitch if you want. I wouldn't give a fuck. But anyway, no. As long as no spoilers happen, no backseating happens, that's all I ask for in life. Okay? Cool. Thank you, chat. Appreciate it. Anyway, where were we at? I've rambled too much this stream. And we're not even an hour in.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Frieda's actually carving. Bit of a problem there in terms of gender, but okay. Oh, speaking of Carve, actually, I'm glad you brought Carve up, because I remember I did stream, a bit off topic here, but I did stream the entirety of Carve's Hangout, and in that, it did mention, Carve's mother, Faranak, lives in Fontaine, so there is a part of me that is really, really hoping that at some point during the Fontaine storyline, or a Fontaine storyline, we run into Farinac, because that would be that would just be a really cool, cute little addition. I think it'd be very clever. I think to do. Anyway, I've just realized Paimon has glasses on. What the hell is happening? Where did you get those? Why are they in your size? I was too busy talking that I didn't even notice she put on the glasses with a mustache. I love that. That's great.
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh?
Alright, just, this is gonna be the thumbnail. Paimon, can you keep these on and never take them off again? Because these are the best things. This is the best thing of this whole entire game so far. I love this. I love it. I love the whole jest of Paimon is like, oh well, someone died. They died a really brutal death by getting crushed by a fish tank. Right, well, time to pull a little joke with these silly little glasses.
Don't worry. Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel fund.
You have money? Since
I
when?
think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
You better keep these on for the whole entire rest of the Fontaine stuff. At the very least. I love these on her. It's great.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self.
I was yelling a lot though.
But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence.
True.
Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
We'll be
agreed.
counting on you.
We totally agreed. We weren't forced into it by the Hydro Archon and the fact that we have no degree in anything law. What is the world come to?
Thank you so much.
Don't you have, like, attorneys who are, like, you know, professionals in this industry? Do you just pick anyone? Can I just can I just appear in Fontaine and be like, I want to be an attorney for this court case, and just, you know, you don't need any sort of legal education. No wonder you've got like a 20-year serial disappearance case that hasn't been solved yet.
Yeah, just leave it to us. Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Oh, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
Oh my god. We cannot tell you, for this is one of our many secrets that if we use for a magician, you're being put on trial for murder, Lenny. You're being put on trial for murder. Okay, your secrets aren't worth shit anymore.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
Exactly, I'm with her. She's the brains of this family.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial.
We should be the last people to be trusted as an attorney. I agree, considering the fact that we almost got arrested in Mondstadt, we almost got arrested in Liyue, we almost got hunted down by the Archon and almost arrested in Inazuma. We actually did get arrested in Sumeru. We don't really have a good track record in terms of the law. So in terms of all that, based off of all that, we have no credibility to be an attorney. We have no credibility to be a lawyer.
'Tis truly a pity. As a
Exactly, we are literally
poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it.
We are literally criminals, technically, in every other region.
But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well
You gotta
worth
love
it.
Genshin logic, it's great.
We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Okay.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case.
You better keep those glasses on now. I swear to God.
Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
Hello, officer. We are Lenny and Lynette's attorneys. How's Lynette? I guess Lynette's because Lynette's his
see.
twin, I guess.
You must be the traveler that Lady
He's
Farina
part of the magic
mentioned.
troop.
Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Yeah, well, I wanted to, but I don't exactly have a choice, Esmond. You know, unless you saw, in this case, for some strange reason, you didn't see that whole debacle. Your god literally forced me to be part of this. I don't have a choice.
Huh? What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see.
Okay. Well, sucks to be us, I guess.
The deceased is one of Linny's assistants named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troop long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him.
The guard should have been Melusines. That would have been really cute.
The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged.
Although they are kind of small, so I feel like if a group of Melusines were trying to stop like a fully grown man who was like fit and like ripped or whatever, I feel like they just kicked him over like a bunch of like bowling pins. So I don't feel like that's a good idea. Just imagine like I kind of want to like do like a little like edited clip of like, you know how they the Wii game, like Wii bowling, but like instead of the bowling pins you have Melusines. Sorry, that's so cruel, I know. I'm such a bad person. Anyway, what's happening? I haven't been paying attention.
As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
But why was Cal inside? Wasn't the girl supposed to be in there?
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl.
Interesting.
However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap.
See, that's the weird part to me. Because if you were gonna set up fireworks upon like with a water tank, like that would have all been safety checked. So then why did they think they could get away with doing fireworks with a burnt rope? That's
All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see.
That's the
this
part I'm not
minor
getting of
accident.
this.
If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
Yeah, but the same could be said for literally any other member of the troop. Why does it rest solely on Lily?
But he doesn't have a motive.
Including, it could also, the same could also be said for any member of the guards. Because they'd be wandering around the Opera Epicles to, like, guard it or whatever. Same could be said for, like, whatever, like, what's the fuck is his name? Monsieur Neuvillette, because he sits in that big seat at the top as well, so he'd have access to every area. Do you see what I mean? It's not restricted to just Linny. Their logic is incredibly flawed in this. Roasting fireworks inside of a building is so stupid. I know! Well, I suppose it was like if you guys have ever gone to a concert and have ever seen like those little sparks, those little things that shoot up and shoot sparks, that's what those were. So, I mean, it doesn't really make a great deal of sense in the regard that the stage is made of wood. Actually, okay, fair point, Lam. I will let you off that. I will take back what I said there. Because the stage is made of wood, the seats are made of wood and cotton, and so everything would have just set ablaze. That is really fucking stupid, actually. That's a really good point.
Are you both good friends of his?
No, not really. We're just acquaintances.
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys.
We weren't convinced. We were forced. Do you not understand these words, Esmond?
I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand.
I feel like all these guards, or like not all these guards, but like I feel like this guy has just given up and accepted what he's seeing instead of investigating it.
And I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
But also they can sometimes be the only reliable type of evidence, so you know.
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good.
Well, it's a little too late to back out now, since we've already probably gonna piss off the Hydro Archon, which although I really want to do, the game probably won't let me do that.
Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourself.
What if the Traveler killed him? It was me! I did it! I thought it'd be really funny to get Lenny sent to prison, so I did it. Why? It was good crack. You can use this case record to confirm. Okay. You can check as yet undiscovered evidence and clues in the case record, then investigate the corresponding area to locate them. Use the perception skill to find evidence and search and clues that can be investigated with a certain radius around yourself. This will advance your overall progress. Guards investigation report. Okay. Oh, I should. Pardon me. So I got hiccups now. Your sis did it? Well, I mean, Lamine's kind of in the abyss right now. She's kind of just busy counting stars, so don't really feel like she's already a contender in this either. Anyway, the deceased's identity. The deceased is one of Lenny's assistants named Cal. He was a well-trusted man by all his colleagues. His job was setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. Interesting, okay. I feel like I should have read the other one, but I didn't. Oops. Also, this looks like a really dumb... outline of a man. What was he, like, a toddler? Was he like a 4-foot child? That's not the outline of a grown man. This is where the magic box was struck. If Cal weren't inside the box, at the moment he might have dodged the falling water tank. He probably would have also still fallen unconscious though, because of the sheer force. Also, can I just point out, chat, something I've just realized? How come the heavy metal fish tank that was filled with water, it smashed straight through the box, collapsing it, but didn't do a dent to the stage? How does that work? There's so much logic that is flawed in this. And that's ignoring the fact that the outline they drew of the deceased is of a child. What did they just imagine like Cal as his like 10-year-old self? I don't understand.
The murderer was. They must have made preparations well beforehand.
Okay.
Why would it be him? How strange.
Okay, I didn't know I could do that. What else am I doing? Okay, so I can open things up as I'm investigating. Where am I going? Okay, so there's somebody up here we can talk to. Oh, so it's only restricting me to ether now, isn't it? Okay. I feel I get a... Wasn't there someone right here that I've just missed? Where am I going? Oh, okay, I need to do the thing. Okay, there we go. Examine the box. It looks like an ordinary box, but Lenny somehow moved instantly from the stage of to being inside of it. How did he do it? It's probably like a tunnel, like a lift. It's probably like a lift underneath. It's like a box inside of another box, and then you just run to either side. And something must have happened. That's what I imagine that would be the use of that trick, because I've seen like magic show TV things. I'm not stupid.
Why would it be him? Whoever the murderer was.
Yeah, okay. Nothing really. What am I supposed to be doing? Okay, examine the damaged box. The broken magic box was left on the scene after the guards completed their investigation. Looking at it now, the water tank must have struck it really hard. Yeah, it struck it really hard, yet didn't make a dent in the wooden stage. Well, they did draw an outline of their body on water, right? But you'd think they'd use like waterproof stuff for that, right? Because they know it, they can see that it's full of water. So you'd use waterproof stuff for that. I mean, yeah, I guess it looks a bit smudged, but it's not smudged enough for you not to, like... I mean, like, look at Ether. Ether is bigger than that model. That is not an accurate outline of a grown man. I'm sorry, it's just not. Where am I going? Shut up. Where am I going? Oh, there's another thing over here.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
Yeah, so either Lenny doesn't realize this was a safety concern, or...
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
Because this is a crime scene, Paimon. I'm just looking at where the rope snapped.
Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material.
Ooh.
Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
It seems to be flammable, like a type of flash cotton.
Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means...
So is there such thing as like a fireproof rope? Like, I'd imagine that that's probably what they would use, right? So someone sabotaged it?
Wait! Why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes.
Okay. This rope was used to suspend the water tank. It suddenly broke when the fireworks were being launched on stage. The investigation has shown that the location of the rope snap was made of flammable material. Interesting. What did it say in the book? What did it say in the book? How do I open the book? How do I open the book? I can't remember. I've forgotten how I opened the book. It was a button. There's a guy over here. I probably should talk to him. There was a button to open that book, and I can't remember what it was.
What are you investigating?
Okay. Oh, it's that button. Okay. Hello there. Yeah.
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects.
Maurice.
The investigation team is still collecting evidence.
Okay.
The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Could you tell us who she is? Will any of that tell us?
Sure. It's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person.
Okay.
Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself.
Halsey. You mean the singer? I'm kidding. I'm
Apparently, she
joking.
wasn't a regular at the Opera House. But she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show.
Fair enough.
The magic troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
So she's unrelated to anyone, like, not being an acquaintance or relation to anyone of the magic troupe, which is especially strange. So she's just completely random.
Previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
Thanks for letting us know all this.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us.
Okay.
It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Yeah, you're only 20 years late. Let's see, Halsey is the missing person. She's a famous painter and came to watch the magic show in order to take a break from her own creative work. She isn't known to have been entangled in quarrels with any of the members of Lenny's magic troupe. Okay. Interesting. Okay, it won't let me... Okay, well, it won't let me, Oh, can I do this, by the way? Haha, there we go. Continuing on. Where am I going? Okay, I can talk to these people. Quentin and Vaughn.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
Oh, do tell.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Probably. I don't know. Deceased identity. Okay, so I can just go over information again. Interesting. Okay, so I can just go over information at any time. Continuing on.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Lenny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
Yep.
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Gee, thank you, Quentin. Appreciate it.
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right?
Yep.
A lucky girl that later disappeared.
Well, yeah, she was certainly very lucky, yeah.
Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
So you were messing around with evidence. Great. I'm so glad we have this, guys.
Turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time.
I feel like that's pretty a common thing, though, in, like, magic show or, like, in anything that involves an audience, there'll be things that are the same. Like, I remember, I think it was, like, I can't remember, oh, I want to Google this, 1 second. Who? Justin Fletcher was the guy. I was trying to think of the guy who plays Mr. Tumble. But I remember I watched like a pantomime or like a musical that had Justin Fletcher in it. And like I thought that was really cleverly done. I thought it was really funny at the time. And then I remember, I think it was like a year later, or like 2 years later, we went to see it again, and that same funny bit which we thought was them going off script. Or like, they were going off script, and then we saw the same thing a year later, and they went off, and they claimed to go off the script again, but it was the exact same, like, funny jokes. So like, it was all planned. So there will be things that like are set up in terms of these things. So, like, the number selector picking the same number doesn't really seem that out of the question.
I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Lenny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Lenny reserved our seats for us, too.
True.
Let you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Lenny.
Thanks, right above you.
Even though it's bad for Lenny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
Right, this device was used during Linny's magic performance to choose lucky member of the audience. However, the guards have found it will generate the exact same number no matter what. Clearly someone has tampered with it. Yep. But yeah, no, that doesn't really seem like too...
Whoever the murderer was,
Shut up.
people needed to
I don't even remember pulling that out. Where are we going? We still need to find 2 more pieces of evidence. Where are we going? Talk to you, Ellis Esildor.
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too.
Why? Why are you interested? You shouldn't be here. That's suspicious, Elsidor.
If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
No.
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first?
What's the
Way
guy
I
from
see
the...
it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
Oh, I had forgotten about the loud thud. That's a good point. But also, why is this random audience member still in the, Yeah, why is this random audience member still in the venue? That's suspicious to me.
Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
He's got a point.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
But we know the rope was burnt. So it can't be cut off. Also, if she was on top of it while it was being cut off, then she would have fallen and then also died.
Wait, wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Then wouldn't the water tank have started to swing a bit in that case?
Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
Right, chat, 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go and get my drink real quick. 2 seconds. Ugh. Okay, I am back. I have returned. I have my drink. Oh, good.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
I don't know, but it was a bang. Or a thud, or whatever. Sorry, I'm just having my drink. Okay. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many audience members heard. Oh, ice cold monster. That's so nice. Continuing on. Where are we going?
Whoever the
Going this way? Can't talk to those guys. Talk to these guys.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do.
Yep.
I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright.
I like how Lynette just goes with the flow. She doesn't even care that she's being like done in for murder. She's just vibing. Fair enough. Okay, where are we going? Anyone over here we can talk to? No. Out here, maybe?
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Oh, it's Navia!
Huh?
Or
You
Navia.
mean us?
Hey, Navia.
That's right. If I'm not mistaken,
Also, who are the men in black?
those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No. And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Low textures! I'm kidding.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Okay.
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
Nope, never heard of it.
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it.
Cool. I still have no idea who you are, though.
And I, Navia, have the honor of being
I mean, I know
its
I'm the
renowned
Navia.
president.
Okay. I mean, she has kind of like the peak. Out of all the characters I think we've seen so far, I think Navia has like the peak of like, of like the French aesthetic, right?
So those who play by our rules call me boss.
So what is this, the Mafia?
I'm Silver, her attendant.
I don't know why. I don't know why these guys they either remind me of like the Men in Black or like they either remind me of the Mafia for some reason. I don't know why. Silver, okay. Why have you got sunglasses on inside? I'm not sure.
And I'm Melus.
Melus.
Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
I quite like your voice, Melus. That is a very nice voice.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Demoiselle.
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
Okay.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No, he's such a gentleman, such bowing. What does demoiselle mean? Does demoiselle actually mean anything, or is it just a made-up word, Jack?
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
Do you want to investigate as well?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time.
Okay.
Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
That's what I'm saying. Because he's too young.
Really? We think so too. That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
I quite like Navia. She's got a pizzazz.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she?
I quite like this Navia. I'm not gonna lie. I agree with this Navia. She's a smart lady.
But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away.
True.
Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
True.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
Well, when you put it like that.
All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Did you commit the murder? Yes, I did.
Wait a minute. Did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry. You won't hear any pointless questions from me.
Also, I hate to be that person, Navia, and I don't mean to make this creepy or anything, but how's that corset staying on your boobs? I don't think this is how boob physics works. I'm just pointing that out there. I don't feel like this is how clothes work. I'm just... whatever.
In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
No.
Well,
No.
And why would that be?
Doing so makes it easier for the truth to fall by the wayside. Sometimes serious like a trial shouldn't be treated like entertainment.
See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think that the traveler's response was most excellent.
I like this dude. I don't know. Malus, I like you. I want to know who voices
No
you.
matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact.
Okay.
And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Malus. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors.
Okay.
Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Excuse you. Wait, does that mean we get? Wait. Hold on, back it up there. Does that mean we don't have attorney responsibilities? Because I'm down otherwise.
Wait, since when did we become assistants?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
Okay. Dang it.
That's more like it.
I think you're missing the point, my one. Seems you already...
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth.
Apparently her intuition was, You know what, moving
You
on.
wish
We'll
to
just
save
move
a
on.
friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
Oh, 1 second. Someone's DM me. I want to make sure that... Okay, it's just Ocean that DM me. We're good. Continuing on.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
He has glasses that don't have any things that go back to behind his ears.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Linny's tricks. Thanks!
You just wanted to get involved in this just because you wanted to hear a little bit of the secrets behind Lily's magic. Let's be real here. Also, I'm hungry. I haven't had dinner yet.
Whoever the murderer was...
I need to cook dinner.
Whoever the murderer...
How do I keep doing that? I don't know. I don't know what button I keep picking up.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
Tristane? That's a weird name. Also the Melusines can
We're
talk.
representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection.
It is so cute. Look at that little face. It's adorable.
So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
What, during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time.
Okay.
I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck.
Aww.
But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave.
I can't get over how cute the Melusines look. It's so adorable.
We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So cute. The little My Little Pony
So,
characters.
Safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info.
Oh, that's so adorable. Okay, no one left the opera house during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those who had their identities cleared by the guards could leave. Okay. Interesting.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Lenny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
Yeah, Paimon, contain yourself. Hi, Lenny, how you doing?
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
Don't try to butter up the guards, Lenny. Come on, you're under investigation for murder.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this? Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower.
She's a nutcracker we met at the entrance.
Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and will be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I like the little, like, badge she has with, like, a cat grin, like, on her, like, shoulder. That's really cool.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
Oh my god, Navia.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Right, was I right? Is it a lift that goes down? Did I predict correctly?
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Okay.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Probably taken down after the magic trick failed, or the magic trick was investigated?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back of the door isn't the same?
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board.
You expect me to be that observant? I'm really not. I'm oblivious half the time.
If you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
There's another box inside this one. That's what I said.
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Cool.
Oh,
I was right.
way under the magic box.
So the boxes inside the box would go down, and then they just go to the other opposite end boxes, I guess. And then links the both boxes together.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place.
Mm-hmm. 'Cause I'm smart.
The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley?
Yeah.
The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
Okay, but how would that work if you're moving both boxes at the same time? Because there's only one trolley.
I see.
That's my only
What's
question.
the purpose of the box inside another box?
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
Yup.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps.
Mm-hmm.
The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Now, what about your side of the trick?
Right. You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end.
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect.
Oh, okay, so it was just a recording.
My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
Okay.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
You mean before Linny appeared in the opposite end of the box? Okay, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, they are twins, so that does make sense.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes, and no one can tell who's who.
I feel like we'd be able to tell who's who. I mean, one of you has curves, the other one doesn't. One of you has cat features, the other one doesn't. You'd have to be pretty oblivious not to... Okay, whatever. Whatever.
And that's my favorite part
Whatever,
of this
man.
trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked. Wow. Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending.
Okay.
And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would.
Yeah, but things didn't
But
work
as
out.
you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
Okay.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off.
I figured it out within the first 5 seconds of seeing it.
And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime.
Yep.
If we have a look around, I think we can come up with some more leads.
Okay.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
That's a pretty poor choice of words, Lenny. You do want to get, like, beheaded for murder?
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Lenny, I feel like Lenny's just asking to... It's really hard not to say the name Lily whenever I'm saying Lenny. Lenny gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work by using a box inside a box. The idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Lenny himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side, meanwhile having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of onstage interactions. The magic box on stage has an additional layer to its rear, in which Lynette, in Lenny's clothes, remained hidden. She would appear at the end of the magic trick and lead people to believe that Lenny had been able to instantly move to the box on the other side. The magic box at the center of the audience stands has 2 layers, and beneath it is an entrance to an underground tunnel. This was how the lucky audience member was meant to have been transported without the audience noticing. Also, I want to point out, I wonder if you go back to that cutscene, if you pay attention, like, whether you can actually notice it being Lynette. Like, if you look closely, I wonder if it will show, like, the star symbol on her cheek or something. Like, because obviously Linny has like a tear on his cheek, whereas Lynette has a star on her cheek. So I wonder if you see the bit where she pops out near the end, if it will like show that it's like the star on her cheek, just like do like this little subtle, like a little subtle symbol to show that it is, Lynette, because that would be like a really clever addition. Hello, Nico Tesla. Welcome to the stream. We're currently continuing the Fontaine Archon quest of Act 1. And I'm hopefully going to get it finished today. We'll see. There we go. Okay, that was a lot of information to read. Right, okay. Okay, it's a hook, or like a...
What's this?
Like an anchor here.
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
He didn't mention this earlier.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Dunno.
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
Dropped hook rope. A rope has fallen to the ground. A metal hook that has been tied to the end of this rope. It uses unclear. Okay. So that's probably going to come into use later, I guess. There is... What am I looking here? I pressed F, but
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Thank you.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Maybe it's for trick?
Oh, Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear. And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
Oh no, 'cause the trolley is on a set of tracks.
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Do you think there was some sort of struggle down here? That's what it looks like. Because maybe like the vase was... Sorry, the vase. Bleh. Maybe the vase was broken in some sort of struggle. That could be it. There are many pieces of broken flower vase on one side of the tunnel. All the water within has been spilled. Judging from the distance, it seems unlikely it was knocked over by the trolley meant to transport the magic box. So it could be either someone knocked into it, or maybe there was it could be there. Maybe there was like a struggle down here. They're my two theories at the moment regarding that. Anyway, there's a dress. Hey yo, someone's missing their dress. It's a very pretty dress.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right?
Hey yo, she's naked?
Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Linny didn't mention guests having a wardrobe change.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them?
Oh my god! What's happened to your eyes? I love that. What is it? When did your eyes become swirly? What is happening? This is the best thing the game's ever done to Paimon. It's brilliant.
Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
This is the best thing I've seen in my life. This is beautiful. I love this. I'm gonna have fun in Fontaine. I love it. It's a pretty dress. The young lady's clothes. The clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, we found in the tunnel where the reason for this remains unknown. Okay. This should be a control device for the trolley. It seems to be operated automatically. Okay, that's just the ladder. Examine the tracks. High precision is required to complete the magic trick perfectly to make sure the trolley stays on the designated course. Okay. Wouldn't it, I mean, would be crazy if like the lady's just hiding down here somewhere. Like she isn't actually kidnapped or like missing. She's just like playing a prank. Like she could be hiding anywhere. Not necessarily missing. It's all a diversion. She was playing her own little magic trick. Like what? For example, if I open this box, is she gonna jump out like a jack-in-the-box? Please don't. I really hope that's not the case if she's naked. I really hope it's not the case if she's naked. That would be kind of very disturbing. Genshin, don't do that. All kinds of props and costumes are haphazardly stuffed inside. Okay. Trolley. The trolley is crucial for transporting the magic box to the other side. The culprit must have used this to execute their plan. There's a vent among us. I think whoever did this is a sussy baka.
What is this place?
Looks like a vent.
It seems someone could fit through here.
Huh. Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Other than those that go through the magic boxes, and Lily and Let were in the two magic boxes.
Oh, you're right. Let Paimon write that down.
The tunnel vent looks like it could have allowed one person passage, barely, but leaving alone with the missing lady seems like an unrealistic prospect. Okay. Interesting. Oh, bye, Chris. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it, friendo.
We're just about done investigating down here.
Okay, it's
Yes. Let's head back up.
Alrighty. Return to the surface level. I like this. I'm really liking Fontaine. It's really intriguing. Like, to do all this investigating.
The state of the crime scene.
Fontaine is different to what I was expecting it to be, but it's a really nice change of pace.
Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
Oh, I was gonna say, what if they're hiding there?
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
I'm sorry, did they just reference Harry Potter?
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance
The plot thickens.
and Howell's death are both quite inexplicable.
Yep.
No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Interesting.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
Yes, that's how court works, Paimon.
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
So there's no jury? The Oratrice will too?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced.
Okay. So a machine makes indemnitium? Okay.
The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the oratrice.
Oh, so you could literally sway a court case just by feeding into the emotions of the audience. Literally, you can manipulate the entire audience into believing one thing, and then that will dictate the trial. That seems fucked up and unreliable, if I'm being honest.
To put it simply, it's as if the oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
Okay.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. Not that this has ever happened anyway.
But then you could have, like I said, you could have, like, an attorney who literally just addresses the audience. If it feeds off the audience's emotions, you could literally just address the audience, being like, think this. This is what happened. And then, like, the audiences will be like, oh, this must be what happened. And then you know, that will sway the... It just seems unreliable. Anyway, whatever.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the oratrice as a reference.
Okay.
Then, finally, the oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Okay.
So that machine is the one that actually decides? I'm unbutton never let call the shots.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment, which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice.
Interesting, okay.
Yes, the guards
I mean, I
also
suppose...
asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Okay. I mean, they did say the, oratrice was made by the Archon, so it kind of makes sense that, yeah.
Why?
Because with the attorneys.
Because we've
what if we
chosen
get
to act as the
assassinated?
twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
True.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
I like Silva. Yeah, Silva.
Whoa, there's no need for that. Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Yeah, I know. I need to make my dinner.
Of course.
I'm hungry.
I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
Now's the time to be picky.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets? Yo,
I like this Navia. She's a vibe. We're gonna become fast friends,
Yeah,
Navia.
it doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all.
Paimon.
Just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh? Here? But how?
Understood, Demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
What is that, like a cafeteria here, apparently?
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Why not?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the Demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
Oh, she... Damn, I want to be this woman. I want to be her.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Egg, sugar, and almond?
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment.
Where were you
You'll taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
Where were you keeping that? Where were you putting that? How'd you carry that around?
These three are quite the interesting group.
Must be a Spina de Rusula thing. Now then, Navia cooks food.
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling.
Those are some big macarons, but they also look really good. I can't deny.
And the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process. But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds,
I was applauding.
I was giving motivation.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
That's not quite what Paimon meant, but okay. I like these two. I like Silver and Malus. They're quite the vibe.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty, beating egg whites and baking like this?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks.
Fair enough. Don't blame you for that, Navia.
Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack.
Fair enough.
Give these a try, fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Only 3?
What do you mean only 3? They're huge! Have you ever seen a macaron that big? Also, why does that one look kind of evil with the eyes?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
I would love a sugar
Tea
rush.
is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite. Strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit.
Thank you.
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber.
they're just there cooking away.
However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines.
Mm-hmm.
The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
True, that's a very good point.
Exactly. Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
So apart from the twins, we're left with 2 other people, the missing girl and the deceased.
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel.
That's what I said.
Resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Maybe?
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
There's no evidence that this third person even exists.
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person.
Interesting. Unless the altercation was between Halsey and Cow. That's a possibility.
But the only people left to consider are both technically victims. Whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
But that doesn't explain how Cal died. Cowl, not Cow. Whatever, you know what I mean.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowl before making her escape?
But she had no way of knowing how the magic trick worked.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
True.
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case.
Well, if it was easy, lawyers wouldn't do what they do.
Macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell great. They're nice and crisp and super sweet.
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3. Honest.
Wow, you're a glutton, Paimon. You're the sin of gluttony.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count.
Do you, Paimon? Do you really?
Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
It's fine. Everyone knows how much you love eating.
Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? How could you?
Well, it's your fault for being such a gluttony.
It
Please do, actually. That would be very entertaining. But don't throw up on me.
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. Malus, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
That's really no need to do that.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
I like these. This is a cool trio. They're such a vibe.
Really is your hobby, huh?
Now he does a second round of baking. Oh, and then we discuss more and nothing much follows.
Snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area.
Okay.
I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the two of you think the case over again.
Okie dokie.
It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
Yeah, that would be very awkward. Hold on 1 second, chat. Oh shit, I pressed the wrong button. There we go.
Alright, thanks for your help, and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go.
Okay, goodbye.
Back if I find anything new.
I quite like this Navia. Neither Cal nor Halsey had a motive, but after having talked with to Navia, the likelihood of a third person being involved seems very low too.
Alright, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get her to...
Oh, sorry, 1 second, Paimon. Alright, continue. I just cut.
It's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare.
By the way, I don't.
Take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
By the way, I know I keep mentioning this, but I love that whenever Kavi attacks, you see an angry Marak. Angry Marak! Angry Marak! Where are we going? Oh, wait until the trial. Okay, I gotta wait and. Gotta wait, god damn it. Okay, there we go. Oh, dude. Might be good. Right, 1 second before I do. I have an achievement I can grab. Okay, there we go. Wait. Oh wait, on. There we go. Let me grab that real quick. Whee! Okay. I had to get Kave new wings.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing.
I do have some thoughts, but let's take things step by step.
Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands.
True. Doesn't really apply in a jury situation, but true.
Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
That's a good point. But she's dramatic. So I feel like she's just gonna make shit up as she goes along.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
The thing is with the thing is with someone who's popular is they don't have to just, they don't have to investigate. They can just say whatever comes to mind, and then, they'll believe it because, popularity.
Best of luck to you.
Okay, bye. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this.
Finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
Great. It all points directly to the two of you.
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Willing? I don't really think we were willing. We were kind of forced to do this by your Archon.
Well, now, don't you all look disappointed. Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed.
That's all I'm hearing, Farina.
That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence.
That's what I'm hearing, Farina.
But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident...
Hey, Novelet, how did you get there? I'm looking forward to pulling Novelet.
Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Also, for the record, I like the music in this.
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage.
Also, I've just realized...
All the necessary items have been prepared.
Also, I've just realized, has Lynette got like a little bit of dyed hair that's just green? It's weird. Just saying, it's weird.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
The way he just addressed her, he was just like, I'll call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina. Like, he's so done with her. Like...
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
Clearly! Do tell, Farina.
There's no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
Okay, I'm really curious as to where you're pulling this from.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Get him, Linny!
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask,
I like that little transition.
What did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
It kind of also annoys me that Farina's gloves don't go over her hands and just go over her fingers.
No, nothing.
I see. But
this is a really good shot.
30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
No, it wasn't so loud, but it was definitely noticeable, but...
Huh?
Oh, no! This is not good, Lenny. If you didn't hear that, that's not good.
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
How could Lenny not know about that sound?
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the thud.
Ooh, what's that?
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
They probably represent the oratrice's stance on the trial. Also, like, yeah, I was like, there's scales of water. The water droplet of guilt.
The magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye.
Oh my god, I love how I hate how, like, you know, whininess, or not whininess, but like, I hate how dramatic rhetoric, but I also love, like, how unique pizzazz to her. Like, her, like, that laugh is very memorable.
I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi.
Oh.
Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid.
Okay.
Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
What the fuck does that mean? What is the House of Hearth?
The House of the Hearth?
Oh, fuck! Okay. Okay. They're Fatui. Oh, this is going great for us, Lenny. Yay, thanks, buddy. I'm so glad you did not disclose this information to us.
No wonder they did something like this.
I like how they did like a close-up on Neuvillette then, because like, I feel like a lot of people will interpret that close-up of like Neuvillette like narrowing his eyes as him like, oh, he doesn't like the Fatui, but I feel like it's actually disdain for Farina, because why bring that up? It has nothing to do with the course that's current, or like the court case that's currently in motion right now. Like, sure, the Fatui are like a bad organization or whatever, but like, it's irrelevant. It has nothing to do with what we're currently talking about.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah, like, Frida's just mentioned that, literally just to get the whole audience on her side. Because it's irrelevant. Irrelevant, Farina.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
Yeah, no shit, you dumb fuck.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
I mean, yeah, I agree with him. It is irrelevant.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute.
That is also fair.
Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
Damn, Farina's... Whoever voices Farina absolutely killed this. I actually love it.
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting in Discord, I suppose.
She's having like an internal monologue.
Almost too easy.
She's just like, she's just fluffing up her own ego, being like, yeah, I did good.
Good thing I made all those preparations.
Oh?
Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
You made up shit as you went along. Or like are you sabotaging the court case? What are you saying here, Farina? Also, he's not denying it.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
It's kind of crucial information. Although, think with a level head here, Traveler, please.
Order!
It is irrelevant,
Mr.
but...
Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims true?
Look at his eyes. His eyes are so pretty. There's no doubt about a magician's ability to con others. Given how Linny has concealed his identity, this could have all been set up beforehand. Plus, Child is here in Fontaine along with other house operatives. There must be some scheme at work. Yeah, it really ain't looking good for Linny and Lynette, guys. I've been a victim of such schemes before, and now...
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry.
No! We're so fucked! This is awful!
Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
This is going great. This is going so well. Shut the fuck up!
That's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
Shut the fuck up, you pieces of shit!
What should we do now?
It's permission to speak, Your Honor?
Granted.
My client has withheld some key information. My defense cannot proceed.
In that case, what is your request?
I request a brief adjournment. There are things that must be discussed.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
Yes, it's fucking necessary. I don't have all the information.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
What really happened? Why he kept his identity secret? You know, that sort of thing.
Order! Order, I say!
Yeah, you tell him, Neuvillette.
Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn.
You tell him, Ray.
This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that Farina told, or Frida mentioned that they're from the Fatui, because she knows all about our deeds across Teyvat so far, like all our heroic acts fighting the Fatui across Teyvat. So she mentioned that they're part of the Fatui to try and get us to back out of helping, to defend Lenny and Lynette. That's why she brought that up.
In that case, my dear.
Also, I like how that bit at the back of her, like, it glows. I don't get the hairstyle though. I like how that bit, like, those little tassels glow. I don't get the hairstyle, because why you got a bob and part of your hair that goes longer at the back? It's kind of a weird hairstyle, I'm not gonna lie. Very strange. While the court is adjourned, you meet with Lenny and Lynette backstage of the Opera House. This is awkward.
This is awkward.
Guess what I said?
I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up.
Listen, this is a court case. You're being put on trial for murder. Okay, they've looked into your bank history. Well, not bank history. So they've looked into your personal details. They know where you live. They've looked through your emails. Okay, they know everything. Everything is dug up of your history if you're going on court for murder. You thought you could keep this a secret from us? Merry Christmas. I mean, hi, I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm really sorry if I butcher this. Jeddah, Dana, Astawa. I'm really sorry. I know I butchered that, and I'm really sorry. But hi, welcome to the stream. We're currently doing the Fontaine Archon quest. Yeah, it's not Christmas yet. It's Christmas month. It's the 1st of December, but it's not Christmas yet. We got, 24 days before that. But hey, welcome to the stream.
I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
I really hope I haven't scared everybody off with my yelling, because I've done a lot of yelling over the past 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah. Sorry. Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two.
I didn't. I looked at everything objectively. Just saying.
Higher reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys.
Well, they're not bad guys. Are they bad guys? I don't know. I don't know anything about them.
Set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain.
Go on, proceed.
I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset.
I mean, it wouldn't make me upset. I mean, is it really such a big deal that they're Fatui? We're literally friends with a Harbinger. We're friends with Child. Is this really such a big deal?
But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
We're friends with number 11. We helped redeem number 6. Is this really a big deal?
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face.
Okay.
I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead.
Okay, I mean, that is fair. That is fair. Like, I can understand where he's coming from there. And it doesn't... And, the reason Farina brought it up was to try and get the Traveler to no longer defend Lenny in court, but obviously I don't think that's gonna work.
The truth is very important.
She pulled a low blow
Being
move there.
transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
How can we know this all isn't just another lie?
Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point.
And we almost got killed multiple times by the Fatui. True. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that the Fatui are definitely a very questionable organization with many bad members. I mean, for fuck's sake, we have the Torre, who's like a psychopathic experimenter who likes to experiment on living people. He's an absolute maniac. He's pure evil. So I'm not denying the fact that the Fatui is like a bad organization, like with a lot of bad people. But I'm also just pointing out that is this such a bad idea that two friends that we made in Fontaine, who haven't done anything like bad to us directly, like we're making a big fuss about them, yet we're literally friends with number 11 of the Fatui Harbingers. We're friends with Child. It's not a big deal. Sorry, I choked. But yeah, it's not a big deal, guys. Come on. I mean, if we can tolerate Scaramouche, we can tolerate Scaramouche. If we can tolerate him, of all people, we can tolerate, you know, two other members of the Fatui who just happen to be magicians. I'm just saying.
You met a Fatus who works as a magician.
I'm gonna lose my voice by the end of this.
By trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Ah, so you are a criminal! No kidding.
Sorry. Please forgive us. Well, you both say that, but...
Explain the other issue first. Where did you actually go when the trick was being performed?
Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now.
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask.
You fucking better.
We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it.
Okay.
From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Okay.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
I was wondering why they needed a whole minute.
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box.
Motherfucker, I called that shit.
So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
And what did you find?
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice.
Okay. Was it the missing woman?
Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground.
Or it could be the same...
the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought.
Or it could be the same voice that we heard near the Fountain of Lucine. Like the one that was calling for Vache, Vache. Just another thought that came to mind.
After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
But why do you want to understand how the Oratrice operates?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
Fair enough.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But, like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
I feel like I feel like they're probably innocent in this. Like, I feel like that story they just told is too specific to, you know, lie about. And it could be easily disproved.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I believe in the facts. I will defend you from these charges. I believe judgment will be dispensed as it should.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
No problem, guys.
The problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
You get it? Watertight? Because we're in Fontaine, an installation of Hydro... Yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. Actually, we already have the key evidence we need.
Huh?
The adjournment is almost over. Let's head go back.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
Cool, because I don't. Lenny claims that he headed to the chamber containing the oratory's core upon Sorry, I got hiccups. Core upon entering the tunnel and did not witness the crime taking place and thus did not hear the thud. Okay. Voice in the oratory's core chamber. Lenny claims to have heard a mysterious voice within the chamber that houses the oratory's core, within the opera house's underground structures. Okay, we've got more information. Where are we going? Continue the trial. They're doing this! I should be able to finish this.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial.
Okay, chat, just to give me a heads up, give me a rough idea of how much longer of the... Chat can disconnect. Why is the chat disconnected? Oh no. Okay, what's happening? Am I lost in... Are we good? Are we okay? Is the stream okay? Sorry, just give me a moment. I want to make sure the stream's running smoothly. I thought we had like a moment where the chat disconnected. Maybe everything's running fine, chat. But yeah, if anyone in chat knows like roughly how much longer the quest I have left, give me a rough idea. Like, do I have like what, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 20 minutes? Just give me a rough idea.
When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
Okay.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention...
I wish I had a soundboard right now. I can't wait to get a soundboard.
At this stage, let's...
It's fine? Okay, thank you, Shadow. Appreciate it. Thank you, chat. Like that smirk. Oh. Hey, thumbnail. Based on the opposition's account of the events, you can identify loopholes in their statement. Use evidence and clues obtained during the investigation to refute any erroneous assertions of fact and replace them with the new inferences. Use your refutations to convince the audience and obtain more support from the people. The oratories will display such shifts clearly. When you find and refute all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unveil the truth. Okay. Farina versus Kevin, let's go!
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel.
Why has he got such thick legs in that art? I should stop. I'm making everything sound so much more sus than it needs to.
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud.
If he got into an altercation with Halsey, wouldn't we have heard her scream? Just saying.
He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he
Tell
used
her.
the boss to knock her out before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her.
That's even more sus. Whatever. I'm just gonna shut up.
This time,
Continuing on.
Owl arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linny red-handed.
Why would he arrive in the tunnel though?
So Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cal's death would be ruled an accident.
Oh no, that doesn't make sense. Lenny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands before operating the device such as Cal's death would be ruled. What does that even mean? That doesn't make sense. I'm so lost.
And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Also, wouldn't we find evidence on Lenny if that was true, with him, like, sweating profusely, or, like, showing the signs of a struggle, like scratch marks, or, like, bite marks to show, like, she fought back, or something?
Does the defendant's side have any
I don't know,
objections to Lady
I
Farina's
know the
description
truth,
of
I know we
events?
know the truth. I'm just saying.
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events, what Lenny experienced, and what he saw.
Hey, Zach got paid, let's go! Okay, so... Lenny entered the tunnel and the countdown began. That's true. Lenny technology identified loopholes. Lenny claims that he headed to the chamber containing the audience's core upon entering the tunnel. Did not witness the crime taking place, so it would be that one.
According to Lenny, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Hey, Zach got paid! Let's go! Okay, that's identified in the loopholes here. Lenny claims he is... So instead of... No. This time. Voice in the oratory's core chamber. Lenny claims to have heard a mysterious voice within the chamber of the oratory's. The chamber of the that houses the oratory's core within the upper. That'd be one, right?
Lenny went to the room.
Yes, I'm so good at this.
Core. This is the actual truth.
Okay. And instead of knocking Cal out, Lenny claims that the clothes belonging to Halsey Lady went missing were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Lenny must have been very confused when he saw them. That one?
Lenny did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
And there we go! I'm so good at this game.
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say.
Go on. Proceed, Paimon.
When the countdown started, Lenny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the oratories is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room.
An empty room.
Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately.
I gotta say, I love Paimon's like impression. She's trying to match. Farina's dramatic pizzazz. I love it.
The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time.
Any length of time.
Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent.
Yeah. Take that, Farina. Let's go. Got him.
Paimon did it. Paimon actually managed to say all that. Wasn't it awesome?
I will only say it was awesome because you were wearing the glasses and moustache again.
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
Correct.
That's right.
Yeah, moreover, I believe my opposition's reasoning is flawed.
My reasoning?
Yeah, bitch. The on-stage equipment was clearly tampered with in a premeditated fashion. However, you say that Cal bumped into Lenny by chance.
If that's the case, then if Carol hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill?
That's a good point.
Assuming that what you say is true, Lenny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
You tell him, Paimon.
Oh, they have a point.
Of course we have a point, you dumb fuck.
That's right, you tell him.
Even I had my voice like peak there. Sorry about that.
Managed to turn things around.
Yeah.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident. I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claim?
Do you happen to remember how you refuted Liddy's alibi initially?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
Your claim has now become my weapon. I'm sorry. What am I doing? Listening parties are any strange sound during the magic show. There's a horrible thump.
That's right!
Yes!
He wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance. This means that when the crime happened, Linny had already entered the basement via the vent.
Exactly.
The same clue you used to disprove his alibi
Oh my god, I
has
love
now
that guy.
become the best proof. How do you like that?
There we go.
Well played.
Wait, sit down, Navia. Hey, sit the fuck down.
To think you'd use such logic.
Why can't we use logic? Isn't that what our boys supposed to do? We're attorneys, excuse you.
Well then,
We're just better than
if it
you,
wasn't Lenny who
Archon.
committed the crimes, then who wasn't?
Good evening, MC Legend 13. Welcome to the stream. We've had a very chaotic stream with a lot of me yelling. But yes, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy my yelling at Farina and other people. The murderer was... Oh, I was supposed to read that. Select answers and fill the empty gears to verify the correctness of your deduction. If you have made a mistake, you must make another selection from the remaining options. Once you have answered all the questions correctly, you can complete this logic chain. The guard's investigation report indicates that the fireworks were released near the end of the show, ignited and burned through the rope suspending the water tank above the stage. This caused the water tank to fall and kill Cal in the box below. If Lenny is no longer under suspicion, then only the other members of the magic troupe would have been able to tamper with the props. Lenny gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work by using a box inside a box. The idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via the tunnel underneath, and Lenny himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of onstage interactions. The clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Okay, so it's either...
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
That's true. Okay, and then there's Halsey.
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along?
I feel like that's more unlikely, because she's not associated with the magic troupe.
Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility?
I'm more leaning toward... I did mention it earlier, briefly. Hold on, let me read chat real quick. Sorry I joined late. I've had a nasty cold today, and I've been watching some shows and playing some chill Minecraft. Oh, and watching Halo lore videos because why not? But I'm glad to have made it. No worries. I hope you get better soon, MC Legend 13. Dr. Catherine Halsey from Halo. I made the joke of the singer Halsey. That was the first person who came to mind. But hey, I hope you get better soon, MC Legend 13. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I didn't mention this earlier, but I thought maybe when they mentioned the physical altercation, I thought it maybe could have been between. I didn't mention it might have been between Cal and Halsey. I'm leaning more toward Cal. Maybe Cal was trying to. Maybe Cal was the one trying to abduct Halsey, because he does actually look old enough. Like, he looks like he's at least 35 or older. And maybe he just fucked it up. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Cal for some reason. I'm gonna go with Cal fucking it up. I did it right! I was right! Oh my god! I'm so good at this game.
That can't be right. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm exactly correct. By the way, chat, I didn't get an answer earlier, but if how much longer of this quest of the Act 1 do I have left? Like, roughly? Like, 20 minutes? 10 minutes? Half an hour? Give me a rough estimate of how much longer I have left. Please.
The killer was, in fact, Cowl, the deceased!
Oh, is that so? How interesting. Let's hear your reasoning then.
Alrighty.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowl did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Okay, you got this. Oh, this is gonna fry my brain. How can we envisage Linny as having been unable to interfere with the crime?
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The deceased's name is Cowl. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So there must have been some fear that she would attract attention. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing.
Okay.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment.
So that would be that clue. How can I prove that there was an altercation in the tunnel?
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the
So it's that one. Who is the prime suspect currently? It will be Cowl.
Name is Cowl.
Cowl. Where did the missing Halsey go?
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into.
So it'd be this
no
one.
one entered or left the opera.
No? Okay.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
Okay, and then this one is.
It would have been tough
And then
for
that's
both people
that.
to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
So that one's not possible because they would have bumped into Linny, and Linny would have seen something. So it has to be this.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
But that doesn't detect where she went. What is this?
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
That doesn't make sense. And it's wrong. Was that supposed to happen? That was confusing. You only have this trial left and you're done. It depends on how long you take on finishing this trial. Okay, thank you, Ice Knight. I appreciate it. Thank you for the info. The criminal must have understood the methods behind Linny's magic trick and must have been in a position to easily modify the equipment. Leaving aside how Cowl died, Cowl had all the means to commit the crime at his disposal. The strange noise could have likely been the sound of Cowl and Halsey struggling. Linny... Oh, he's looking over concerned. Linny was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. This would have given time for Cowl to bring Halsey out of the magic box into the audience stands. But according to the guard's testimony, no one entered or left the opera house, so even if he had taken her, there'd be no means of exiting. Exiting from the box would have been in full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteeing that they would be discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
I can't believe I read all that without messing it up. Yay, I made it all without messing up. Anyway, where did Halsey go?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Actually,
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
Right, okay.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared. Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely.
I will laugh my ass off if she's still in that tunnel just hiding somewhere. That would be hilarious.
It's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Magic escaping from the water tank. Wait, could it have been the water?
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents. But do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
Did you know there's also no greater sin than a carry of misjustice in court? Just saying. Well, the oratrice is a
If
bitch
the
as
defense
well.
is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Yeah, hold on a minute. I've never played this. I've never played the game, so believe me, this may have been the first ever I've heard of Ether's voice. If that really is his voice. Yeah, that's Ether's. So this is Ether's voice. Yeah. Whenever I say Zach got paid, you know that's Ether's voice. Zach Aguilar is the voice of Ether. If that is voice, well, yeah, he was the one monologuing. The bits in brackets just then was him monologuing. Anyway, hold on a second. Let me just.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
So yeah, this was that voice there. That Zach's voice, which is Zach Aguilar, is the voice of Ether. So this is Ether's voice.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Which I don't know why they don't have the main character talking all the time, because they have Paimon talking all the time. So it's not like they don't have the budget for it.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Yep.
The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
How does that work? What?
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped.
Does it?
Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind.
He sounds more masculine to his twink appearance, makes me think he would have. Isn't just because he has a long ponytail, okay, doesn't mean he's a twink, okay? Leave my boy Ether alone.
If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water.
Just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment.
I hope you know how preposterous you sound at them. You look at them. Sorry, I'll shut up now.
How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
I request that we examine Cow's personal effects. We might find something there. Wait, you telling me you weren't doing that from the beginning?
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Lenny already knows this truth very well.
Wait. You're telling me that we've had this entire court case going, and not once has any one of the guards thought to examine Cow's personal effects? Are you fucking kidding me? What is with this justice system? It's so dumb. Maybe I've watched too much anime. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, my brain's fried at the moment.
Tricks are ultimately
Why is there
illusions and misdirection? But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
I want to go back to Sumeru. I want to bring Sino here, and I want him to beat the shit out of everybody here for their stupidity.
Even so, I trust the traveler's judgment.
Of course you do, because we're your attorneys.
The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps a new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him.
True.
But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
Exactly.
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
I'll stall your trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial doesn't
I'm ready to fight this woman.
Impasse,
I'm ready to
believe that
throw
additional
hands.
Evidence may help us make more progress.
At least Novalette's the reasonable one.
Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased Cowell.
Thank you. Appreciate it. After some time, a guard returns with news.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste.
Do tell, Esmond.
We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately.
Okay.
The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
Okay. Primordial sea?
The primordial sea.
Chat, have we heard of the primordial sea before? I feel like I've heard that word primordial before. Am I making that shit up?
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged
There
to
might
an
be a word
organization
similar
that
to
sells
that,
illegal
but-
drugs and that he had an accomplice.
I swear we've heard the word primordial before. Okay.
The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject.
Exclusively on people from Fontaine. So it doesn't work on just anybody. You have to be from Fontaine. Interesting.
As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
The justice system in Fontaine is broken. I know, it's kind of ironic considering it's called the Nation of Justice. Justice by fucking ass, bro.
You've got to be kidding. People dissolving into water?
Yeah, that's right, no swimming.
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Yeah, you just heard it.
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Ooh, maybe.
If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
You're abandoning us, Navia.
Order! Order!
Also, I'm pretty sure you can't leave anywhere while there's a court case going on.
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues.
The primordial is the last precursor at the first grave mind, another name for from Halo lore. I don't know anything about Halo. I'm uneducated with anything Halo. I'm sorry. Maybe that is where I heard it from. I'm not sure.
Are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found.
Maybe I have just heard the word primordial before, and it has nothing to do with this game.
Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Okay.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor.
Gracias.
If you uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's
I mean,
seemingly
what-
unrelated clues can be connected together.
I mean, what's thank you in France? I don't know. In French, I don't know.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
Water from the primordial sea. The liquid the guards found in Cowell's luggage seems to have the ability to dissolve Fontainians into water. Okay, who is the prime suspect currently? It's Cowell.
His name is Cowell.
Yes. What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution? Probably the hook, right?
Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form of triggering mechanism.
That. What item did the culprit use to dissolve Halsey? The water?
The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped before Halsey entered the magic box.
Yup, so select that. What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism behind the crime? What? What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism behind the crime?
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time.
No, it wouldn't have been that.
I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
Oh, the balloons and the decorations! So the water could have been poured into the balloons. That's clever, actually. I didn't think of that. That explains why there was no decorations afterwards.
In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and
he does not look happy.
to conceal the water
That way he's just
inside
so
the tunnel,
serious.
with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel. And
The tunnel!
being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
Huh, that does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
I'm getting a few claps! Yay! Thank you for being proud of me. So I have a habit of being a reference spotter. That's all good. I'm just dumb when it comes to references, so I apologize for that. This reminds me a tiny bit of Minecraft Story Mode Season 1, Episode 6, with all the whole murder mystery thing going on. I haven't actually played that before, because unfortunately, by the time I bought Story Mode, when it came to me playing it for the first time on stream, unfortunately, unless Telltale Games puts Minecraft Story Mode back on the store, I'm not gonna be able to play for episode 6 through episode 6, 7, and 8. Then there are only 3 episodes of season 1 I have not played. Every episode of season 1 and 2 I've played. It's just those 3 episodes I have not played. We'll have to see if they come available again. If they're on the store again, I will stream them. But we'll see.
What do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person? What a humiliation.
Yeah, sucks to be you, Farina.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence.
Oh?
I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Hi.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case.
We did not request for this, but okay.
And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
Hold on. Okay, backing up a moment here. First of all, I feel like everybody's personal effects should be the primary. The first thing you look at when there's an investigation underway. So there's that, which you guys fucked up on. Secondly, we only requested to look at Cal's luggage. So what made you think that looking into Linny's personal effects when he's just been proven that he wasn't... What does that make sense? I'm so confused.
What?
That can't be. Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you.
How gullible are you, Frida? Do you just believe everything you hear?
Does this not clear all doubt?
No.
My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Oh boy.
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent. Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowell then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime.
That makes no sense. Why would he want sole credit for that if it's just gonna fall back in his face anyway when the whole blame could have been placed on Cal? That makes no fucking sense.
Ultimately, he knocked Cowell out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
Oh my god. There's such a flaw in that.
Mr. Linny.
That part there, in the middle, makes no sense. I'm sorry, it just doesn't.
All the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here.
Oh my god, you...
Is this the end of the road?
Zach, come on, man! Don't leave me hanging here.
Oh no. Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around this. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
But what if we didn't use it, and then none of this would have been brought to light?
I think we've all seen enough now, and we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning.
Flawless, yeah. By the way, for the record, I really like her eyelashes. They're very unique.
I believe this is indeed the finale.
Oh, these are
Then,
okay,
my
never mind. I was
good,
gonna ask a question
noble
about that.
Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move... Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Objection! You're all pieces of shit. No, whatever.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout.
Man,
and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic?
Sure.
I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes.
You fucking kidding me?
Do the honors, Mr. Linny, if you would be so
Are you
kind.
telling me I was right?
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Linny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina Di has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf.
How did you get that box on the stage without anybody else noticing? What?
As the magic makers and stars of the show,
what?
I should leave the final performance to you.
Hey!
I understand.
Click.
And voila.
Voila! Oh look, there she is. She's not dead.
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
No.
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
Wow. Damn.
I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
Damn.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl.
What?
I admit it.
What? But my foolproof plan! My theory!
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey.
My voice cracked then.
It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt.
Mondstadt.
I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one.
It's the Germans versus the French. Sorry, I shouldn't. Sorry.
That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Linny was the one who caught me in the act.
So you were... I knew it! I knew it! At the moment you were picked as to be an audience member, I knew you were the thief who we spotted with Linny earlier at the near the beginning of Act 1. I knew it! I called that shit from the moment you were picked from the audience. I called that shit. Yes, we did see her at the beginning, Ice Knight. That's the same person. I called that shit. I said it was a blonde woman with pigtails.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure.
The Fortress of Meripede is a prison. Okay, understood. I wasn't sure when they mentioned that the first time.
While looking for an opening to flee, but then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me.
Which is Cowl, right? So are you kidding me? Was I right? Did I call that early on? The altercation was between Cowl and Halsey, but it ended up backfiring in Cowl's face.
I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first...
I said that!
And continued hiding inside the opera house.
Bro, I literally said that! When we were in the tunnel, underneath the stage, investigating that evidence, I literally walked around that tunnel, walked up to a box, and said, wouldn't it be crazy if she was hiding here? Wouldn't it be crazy if she was hiding down here? I literally fucking said that. Man, I am too smart for this game.
Can a person even hide in there?
I am too good at this. I am so good. If they practice at hiding and concealment, probably a professional thief can make it work.
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Yeah, it probably was Cal just fucking it up.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Yeah, now time to refute Farina's reasoning.
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
Gotcha. Get refuted. Pardon me, I hiccup then. When they enter the tunnel after... Don't participate in the building the wrong woman. Cal planned to use Halsey have reacted. It is wait, hold on. Cal planned to use preparation for the trick to dissolve Halsey into the magic box as Halsey appeared completely unharmed before all our eyes. Farina's conjecture no longer holds water, and how would Halsey have reacted? Okay, so
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
Oh, okay, I get it now. So when she got... as soon as the water poured on her, she got frightened. Okay, gotcha. So the altercation... a fight... proving that a fight did indeed break out, which would be the water of a broken vase.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowell.
Yep. And then instead of being a murder weapon, she hid her
Lillian was
clothes.
afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
And it's Ace Detective!
That was literally the box I pointed to, chat. I swear that's the exact same box I literally walked up to and said, wouldn't it be crazy if she was hiding here? Like, I said that sarcastically. Like, what the... I am too fucking good at this game. I am too good of a detective.
Having been selected out of the
I feel so smart right now. The fact that we're not in Sumeru anymore, not in the Nation of Wisdom anymore, makes me feel so smart among these idiots in Fontaine.
Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved.
It's not dissolved.
He did not know that Lillian was not from
I'm
Fontaine,
so good at this game.
but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket.
Stealing a ticket.
Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box.
Ow.
The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box.
Yep.
With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
You tell him, Paimon. Get refuted, you fucking bitch.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the Opera House these last 2 days.
2 days? We've been in the Opera House for 2 fucking days.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
Wow, so literally, while there were 5 people in the room, she went in the room, took 2 croissants, left the room, without any of us noticing.
At this point, all the events that
Damn.
happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Yeah.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
You sure sound pleased about it.
Bravo! Bravo!
We win, bitch.
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements?
Yeah, try it, Farina. I dare you. Try us. Yeah. Yeah, try it. Are you stumbling?
Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
She literally has been humiliated so bad by being proven wrong that she's like, I want to leave. I just want to pretend this never happened. God damn, we've just tarnished this woman's reputation in the span of, like, what? An hour?
What? Are you reading my mind now?
Don't embarrass yourself. We've humiliated and embarrassed a god. This is quite the achievement.
No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
No, because I am a neutral party. As the Chief Justice, I personally would like you to witness this field and see the fucks that I grow, and see that it is barren.
Wow. Look at that. She's like a deflated balloon now.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once
I'm quite
again
enjoying
repeat the full
Fontaine, in
sequence
case
of
you can't
events.
realize, in case you haven't realized.
The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed,
Evil man.
Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks.
Which is why there was cotton in the rope.
He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box, and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water.
Yup.
If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed.
Idiot.
However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box. And Lillian, according to
Oh, sorry, I
her
didn't mean to
own
skip that.
statements,
That was an
then
accident.
changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house.
That's not what she was wearing before. It was purple.
As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent.
Yay! Yippee! Wait, hold on. Can I play an audio? Give me a moment. I need to find it. Yippee! I want to find the yippee sound effect. Yippee. Where's the yippee sound effect? I need it in my life. This is why I need a soundboard.
Find highly.
Shut up. Shut up. My plan's being ruined. My plan's being ruined by adverts. There we go. Hold on. No, hold on. Hold on. There we go. Yippee! It's a very short yippee, but it's a yippee nonetheless. Hold on, can I find a longer one? Yippee! Yippee! I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there we go. Yay!
While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately,
Absolutely, yep.
this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Why does that kind of remind me of the ticket in Honkai Star Rail? It is. It's like the ticket in Honkai Star Rail. Like when you it's not called wishing in Honkai.
Linny
It's
and Lynette
it's
are officially
warping.
declared not guilty.
Yay! Yippee! Wait, I had to play it again. Hold on. Yippee! I love that sound effect. It's so great. I can't wait to construct a soundboard. It's gonna be so much fun. But yeah, speaking of Honkai, I will get back to playing that at some point, but at the moment my main focus is Genshin. Sorry.
Great work, partners.
Yippee!
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Let's not celebrate just yet.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Oh. God Vaughn. Are you said accomplice?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery?
Way to
But
deflect,
false
Farina.
Evidence that you dare to bring before this court.
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes?
Get caught, idiot!
I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
What? To Coupon Town?
I was just following orders.
Whose orders? Tell me, goddammit!
We were supposed to place blame for the serial
We?
disappearances onto Lenny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
Who are the higher-ups? Tell us, dammit!
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes?
Probably.
Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know.
And right now, he gets died like Nintendo.
Our boss discovered that the water can cause
That's not
people
funny.
to
I
dissolve.
won't.
It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for
So you're basically concocting drugs.
more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's
Oh, here it
idea.
comes.
I mean, this is the boss we're talking about. The
Oh my god! Oh my god! Bro! That was insanely graphic for Genshin. Holy shit! He turned into water! Bro became a puddle!
And now he can no longer talk.
Yeah, no shit, Lenny. Thank you for that. No shit, he can no longer talk. That was clearly timed so that he wouldn't keep talking. But like, no shit, he can no longer talk. He's a puddle. That was props to Genshin though. Fair fucking play, because that was insanely graphic for Genshin Impact. Bravo.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act.
Absolutely. You tell him, Ray.
All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
He had a failsafe. Hey, yo, who are the robots? I like the mix. However, nothing is found at the scene apart from the liquid left behind after Vaughn dissolved.
So, we're just going back now?
The problem seems to be solved for now. We're not needed here anymore. Are you kidding me, Ether? Are we literally just going to ignore the fact that someone literally dissolved into water right in front of us? We're just like, it's just a normal Tuesday. This must be a normal thing here in Fontaine.
That's true, but...
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
Really? Traveler? Really? What's your problem, Ether? Come on! He hasn't even done anything wrong!
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me.
I mean, Ether, to be fair, Child, when we first met Child, he tried to kill us, and yet we're best buddies with him. We have no ill ground with him anymore. He's our good buddy. We literally are even looking after his vision for him. That's how good of friends we are. And yet two innocent parties who have not tried to kill us, they're innocent. All they wanted to do is to invite us to their magic show. And yet you're being an ignorant twat. You're being an ignorant twat to them. Okay.
Still,
charming.
Let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
The final snap, but instead of being turned to dust, it's water. Yeah, pretty much.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight.
Also, maybe just me, but Lenny just sound kind of gay. Not gonna lie. Kind of. I mean, I can see it. I mean, like, I feel like the way he dresses as well is also kind of gay. I can see it.
I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Lenny this entire time.
Like, I don't know any man who, I guess, wouldn't be gay who would wear, like a bodysuit with, like, shorts that go that high. I feel like... So, yeah, I can see why he might be seen as gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course.
It's because the
I love
all
all people. I feel like
those of an orphan like me.
I feel like there's a lot of characters. I feel like there's a lot of characters in this game which would fit under the LGBTQ community. I mean, like, for example, think of Dia in Sumeru. Dia, I think, is like the peak lesbian. She just gives me peak lesbian vibes, and I love that about her.
Who you might know as the Knave approached recruiting us back then too.
Otets. What does that mean? Is that a word I should know the meaning of? Hold on. Otets. What does that mean? It means something in Russian. Meaning. It's a Russian word. And it means father? Okay. Oh, speaking of which, when I'm done with this quest, we will watch that video of the Harbingers, because I haven't watched that yet.
Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
Father in quotation marks. She's your father. That's odd. Okay.
That's right. And since we're here, I was
She's your father. Interesting.
Would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past.
Sure.
Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets.
Okay.
To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks.
Okay.
I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there.
Huh.
To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever.
No.
Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
This feels like a red flag.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
Yeah, it's very femboy materials, and yeah, nothing wrong with that, yeah. Orphans to nobility. That seems like an immediate red flag.
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks.
Well, yeah, of course he would be. Like, he wouldn't take in orphans if...
He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
Yeah, makes sense.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was.
Oh.
After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me.
Oh, no.
I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts.
Did he sell her?
The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
So he literally sold her.
Oh, no.
Shit.
So he was gonna...
Human trafficking in its finest.
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
Villains.
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that
Horrible,
so-called
evil
eminent
fucking
person
people.
and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood. And the knave, standing there in the darkness.
Damn.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans.
Damn.
Father,
That is fucking dark.
the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
I suppose in that situation, it's the best situation that these two could have hoped for. Like, because otherwise they would just be kept being used by people because they would be vulnerable. Whereas, at least joining, even if it is joining a criminal organization under their circumstances, it was probably the safest thing for them.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
So it's not necessarily that those two are intentionally bad. They're just trying to survive, and I quite like that about them. Like, fair play to you two. The knave is after the Gnosis, though, isn't she?
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
Wait, can people who are not Archons use Gnosises? Because I know Farina used Farina used A's Gnosis, the Electro Gnosis, to unlock the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, but can people who are not Archons use a Gnosis?
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. Everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including the knave, has their roots in Fontaine. And we will always defend our homeland.
Fair enough. Can't blame you
to
for
us
that.
Orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
Family, like adoptive family, I'm assuming.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
So that would probably explain, like, so Lily and Lynette are like twins, right? They're biologically twins. But that would explain why Fremne looks nothing like them, so Fremne must be their adoptive brother. I'm sorry, I still can't completely trust you.
It's alright, I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you
I feel like we can trust them.
at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
I will say I don't quite understand why we're being so harsh on them, especially when, if you can, like I'm saying, I'm gonna bring up Child again, how Child literally tried to kill us, and we're best buddies with him, yet these two have done no ill will directly toward us, and yet we're treating them like they've done a horrific crime or something, when they've just been proven innocent.
Bye, Linny.
And Lynette. Well, are we not done yet? No.
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
I'm hungry. I want food.
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
I was really only trying to defend Lenny. I wasn't necessarily looking into the serial disappearances case.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now?
I mean, to be fair, yes, I feel like we can. Because it took, like, how long for them to realize that there was a primordial sea and then that water can be dissolved people. So, you know.
And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Ah, I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all.
Okay.
Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
I quite like Navia. Navia's a vibe. I like her.
Aw, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer.
I like all the references to like the different elements as we go from region to region.
Sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind me. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
Sure. It's gonna make me even more hungry than...
Do you really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later.
Fair enough.
Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
Let's go have a meal then.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navia's treating, count Paimon in.
Yippee! Wait, hold on. Dang it.
Yippee!
There you go. I will get that. I will use that. Have that on a soundboard at some point.
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Bourg?
I don't even know if you guys can hear
We'll
that, but
make
I hope
it
you
just
could.
in time for dinner.
All right then, let's have our farewell meal.
Oh, that's it. That's Act 1. Hey, there we go. Hello, little... Hello, Tro. The little... You look very sad. You okay? Go to the hotel booth to take... Okay, can I... I will end the stream soon, but before we do, chat, I'm just gonna quickly... to audio. I'm gonna turn the music off real quick. I am going to pull up the video that Ice Knight sent me, if I can find it. Wait, no, I'm gonna copy the link of it. Can I copy link? Give me a moment. That's... Oh, let me just... I don't want to get an advert. Don't want an advert. God damn it. Let me just get rid of the advert, because I'm not sponsored by anything, so... You know, this is kind of annoying. Okay, hold on. We're nearly there. I'm just setting this up real quick. Didn't that work? No, game capture? Okay, there we go. It worked. Perfect. Should be working. So this is a video Ice Knight sent to me, and apparently what did he say exactly about it? He said, watch this video, it's about the Fatui Harbingers attending Signora's funeral. That's all he told me. So, yes, we're going to watch this before we end the stream, because Ice Knight told me to. There we go! And then I'll end the stream. Oh, that's one of the... It's a fire butterfly. I don't know if they have a name, they probably do.
The sages think themselves
That's the Geonosis.
But we alone
And the
are wise to the
animal nurses.
virtue in those acts of folly. In this war, not even a single pawn may be spared. Because on this chessboard, checkmate is not where the game ends.
What a voice! What a voice! Who's singing like a siren? Oh, it's you! You look really cool. I have really long
We are
hair.
gathered here today to remember our
Wait, hold on, back up there. Back it up. Are you hugging her coffin? Are you hugging Senora's coffin? Yay, she is dead.
We are gathered here today to remember our dear comrade. In honor of her sacrifice, all work should halt for half a day as the nation mourns her passing.
Merely half a day? People say the Northland Bank's true currencies are blood and tears. But Mayor, even speaking as a banker, that sounds a little unconscionable.
Is he related to Baiju? Like, I'm not even, like, no cap here. Like, he looks like ridiculously similar to Baiju, the only difference being the hair color. Like, does it show his eyes? No? Okay. He looks ridiculously similar to Baiju. Is he like a brother or something?
Rosaline died in a foreign land. But you heartless businessmen and dignitaries...
Yo, look at her eyes! I should stop pausing. I should just listen to what they're telling me. I'll pause afterwards.
Foreign land. But you heartless businessmen and dignitaries, always with a convenient excuse to remain in the comfort of your homeland. You couldn't hope to understand. So why don't you keep your mouths shut? We don't want to make the children cry.
Hey, come on now.
It pans to child.
Time or place for a fight.
We don't want to make the children cry, and then it just pans to child in the background. God, that's so mean.
Utterly risible.
And you got a blondie with a giant fat robot. Cool.
Though her methods tarnished her honor, Loafalta's sacrifice is a great pity.
Loafalta's?
Her loss shall not hinder
He looks fucking cool. Hey, yo! He looks badass! Can we get a playable that looks like this? Sorry, 1 second. I'm just making sure everything's fine. Yeah, can we get a playable that looks like this guy? I wanna... He looks so cool.
progress. But Dottore, what of Scaramouche and the Gnosis from Inazuma?
Conventional wisdom holds that divine knowledge cannot be rationally comprehended. After conquering the divine gaze, he will make his next move.
It's time to end tonight's foolish theatrics. Right now, you have no captive audience. Let every worthy sacrifice be carved in ice. With this nation, endure for all time. In the name of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, we will seize authority from the gods.
Damn! Does that mean like, wait, does that mean you're seizing authority from the Archons, or do you mean seize authority from Celestia? Interesting.
Absolute peace.
I love that guy's voice.
Such is the gift from the Tsaritsa. Such is Her Majesty's benevolence.
Damn.
Now you rest in this coffin, encased in layer upon layer of ice. Yeah, but Rosaline, I promise you, your final resting place will be the entirety of the old world.
Oh, that music's giving me shivers. I've got goosebumps. I love that.
Say,
Oh.
you're looking very young today, Doctor.
You know very
Who's that?
well that I do not take that as a compliment.
So, where's the segment in the prime of his life then?
Who's that voice? Who's that female voice?
He's busy with a little experiment in blasphemy.
Collie!
Time to head out on patrol.
Okay, Master Tainari. What was that?
So, was she dreaming of the doctor then? Interesting, okay. Very interesting. Can we, like... Can we, like, get, like, No, I want the, description. I was hoping the description had, like, a list of all the, Harbinger names. Let me see if I can Google that real quick. 1 second. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Fatui Harbinger names. 11 Fatui Harbingers. Why is there 11? I don't know. Can we get their ranks as well? Okay. There we go. You guys seeing this? Perfect. Okay, so the director of the Fatui is Piero, who's the jester. This is the one who, let me just make sure I'm doing things. There we go. Well, I'm gonna head out now. Glad I can make it for the stream. See you next stream. Good night. Okay, no worries, MC Legend 13. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. So Piero, the jester, is the director of the Fatui. This is the one that Scaramouche or Don Sombrero was referring to. Capitano, the captain. Very creative name there. He's the cool looking one. Wait, hold on. Get back to that video. Where is Capitano? He looks so cool. You cannot tell me he doesn't look cool. Like, where's all of them at the table? I want to see that all of them at the table.
All time.
He looks so cool. I feel like that out of all of them here, I love his design the most. And I also quite like Shortman, the short little elf dude. They look so cool. There we go. And then go back to the names. And then obviously Dottore, we know. Columbina, who's called Damselette. She was the one who was singing while hugging the coffin. Arlecchino. Okay, Arlecchino, obviously, I've seen her in one of the banners before because, you know. I don't know. So, Arlecchino, the knave, real name Peru. I can't pronounce that. I don't know. Oh, apparently, Doctor's real name is Zandik. Okay, cool. Pulcinella, the rooster. Okay, and that was the short little elf dude. Sandrone, marionette. Oh my god, we've got a Five Nights at Freddy's lady. We've got the next purple guy. But instead she's gonna be called Purple Girl. Pantalone. Regrata. And then we have Tartaglia child Ajax. His real name? I thought his real name was Tartaglia. Okay. Didn't realize that was a, Interesting. I really hope some of these become playable, especially that dude. Like, I want this dude to become a playable so fucking badly. I can't tell you. Either that or the small dude. I want small dude. I want to run around as a tiny old man. That's what I want out of this. It's what I want in life. Anyway. There we go. That's what I've determined I want in life. In any case, I'm gonna end the stream here because I've been streaming for nearly 4 hours now, and it's been painful. But we've got the rest of Act 1 done. But hey ho. So thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Appreciate all of you tuning in. What I'm probably gonna do off of stream is unlock the rest of the map. At least get these statues of the Seven and unlock the map. I may do a bit of exploring off camera, as in like I may do a bit of like chest gathering and Primogen gathering and stuff like that. But I at least want to unlock these waypoints. Not waypoints, but these statues of the Seven. So I'll probably do that off camera. Because it'll probably be a bit boring just as I only want to stream the stories, in other words. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching later on YouTube, please leave a like and a comment down below. Don't forget, if you're interested in joining the Discord, the link is down in the description. You can join the Discord and you can talk to me about either stream stuff or the series that's in the works or anything like that. And I will see you guys in the next stream or video or whatever I upload. Bye bye!